Hi everyone, it's Mother Bear Tarot. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's reading, we are going to be looking at what is coming up for you in December 2022. This is the final month of 2022. When I was getting ready for this reading and like getting all of your cards and everything ready, I was sitting here thinking about how quickly I felt like 2022 has gone by. Like, I swear to God, it feels like it was just January, like a month ago. So I have 4 piles for you guys to choose from. Pile number 1, 4, 4, 4. Pile number 2, 2, 2, 2. Pile number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And pile number 4, 8, 8, 8. Okay? So make sure to choose whichever card you feel drawn to, okay? And if you feel drawn to more than one, make sure to choose all of the ones that you feel drawn to today, okay? And I'll see all of you lovelies in my readings. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. This is your reading if you chose the number 444. We are going to be looking at everything that is going to be coming up for you in December 2022. Let's just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth together, just to ground ourselves before our reading, okay? Okay, so that was just a quick breath, okay? And if you guys feel called to doing breath work and that's something that you've never really done before, I really encourage those of you who feel called to it to go and check it out and see if it's something that you can add into your daily routine, okay? Because December for me, and for probably a lot of you, tends to be a very like hectic time of year, especially with like all of the different holiday seasons. There's just so much going on in like the consumerist world, and there brings a lot of stress, especially at work. No matter where you're working, if you're working at Starbucks, literally there can be so much stress there because other people who are coming in and buying their coffees from you are stressed out already. So there's just like a lot of stress going on in this next month. But I just want to say with these cards, you are going to be handling it so gracefully, like this stress. I feel like you may not even really notice that you're going to be having a lot of stress or that you're facing a lot of stress, because with the 4 of Wands right here, oh, and I'll tell you what the rest of the cards are, but the 4 of Wands showing up here to me just shows like you guys are coming into a time where you are able to stop and kind of smell the roses and like, or the lilac, I should say, or whatever these flowers are. And you're able to kind of be adventurous and a little bit curious all the time, and even though you may have lots on your plate, right, lots on your plate, you don't really have to worry about the stress of everything, because you're in this month, you're in December 2022 with like this very like clear mindset and also very like calm mindset, okay? Or you will be coming into it in December with a calm mindset. So the cards we have 6 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, the Hierophant, and then the 8 of Pentacles, okay? So this is the Cat Tarot deck. This is like one of my newer decks. I'm so excited to be using it today in today's reading. If you enjoy any of the decks that I'm using today, make sure to go check them out in the description box down below. I'll have them linked down there. Okay, so the 6 of Cups just talks to me about how somebody is going to be coming into your life, and for most of you it's going to be like an old friend, maybe an acquaintance, like somebody you've like just like kind of know through other friends or through school or through work or something like that. For some of you it could be a romantic partner, but I really feel that for most of you it's going to be like a platonic friendship that's going to be coming either into your life or back into your life, okay? So if somebody you've known for a really long time, who you were close with once, comes back into your life, I strongly urge you to either reconcile those feelings that you may have, like any angry feelings that you have or bitterness towards this person. I strongly think that you guys should do some like deep dive work on that and see why there's those issues there for you. But if there aren't any issues or anything like that, I really feel like this person's coming back into your life to be like, you know, a very good and positive influence on your life. And I think that maybe lately, or in the past you have always felt like very like you needed to do everything by the book, especially with the Hierophant showing up here. Like you had to do things more so like by the book, like, oh well, I need to do X, Y, and Z so that I can reach this, or that I have to go and have this job so that I can have this amount of money, or whatever it is for you. I really feel like you're going to be moving away from that, because you've put in so much hard work over here already, okay? And that's why I say that, is like I feel like you guys are hard workers. And in December, which I think is kind of ironic, you guys are coming into this time of no longer, not saying that you won't work hard, but it's not going to be like the top of your list. It's not going to be top of your priority to try and like make sure you're putting in like 45 hours every single week, or more than that, like 70 hours. Some of you work crazy hours. And I think you guys are going to be coming into a time where you realize where it is that you need to work, you focus on that, and then you stop and smell the roses, and you're curious and you're playful. Like you're coming into a very playful time. And with the Hierophant showing up here, it also talks about like, yes, like we're kind of what's the right, traditional, like we follow the steps, like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? But with the Hierophant also showing up here, it can also mean like, you know, kind of turning a blind eye to what's going on, or maybe like making selections of where you want to be putting your energy at this time. Or I think the book said something about how like cats, they go up on the counter, and like people sometimes are just like, oh, whatever, like it's not a big deal. Like there's going to be small things that are going to be going on that you normally would either stress over, or you would make sure that they were 100% done. Whereas now in December, in one of the most stressful times of the year, you are taking the time to just make sure you get like the big things done, but don't focus too much on all of the little things that can wait. Okay? Because we're entering like December. December is the ending of the year. It's the ending of a cycle. It's like how our entire world goes through a little bit of a death cycle, right? And you're coming into this time of like really looking at how you have been working hard, and the universe and your spirit guides are coming here to be like, hey, we're here to help you, right? With the 4 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles, okay? They're both like, right? 1111 is like universe number, so you might see that a lot. And also the 8 is like the number of abundance and like the infinity sign, right? So you are coming into this time of knowing that you are very blessed, that you are okay where you are, and you don't need to work so hard. And sometimes you need to just, you know, not follow traditions or not follow routine. And that's why I think that the 6 of Cups, this person that is going to be coming into your life, whether or not you know them, maybe you felt like you've known them for a really long time, but for a lot of you, I think it's going to be like an old friend or an acquaintance you've known for a while, and you guys are going to build this kind of like new friendship. See how we have the little kitten? You're kind of building this new friendship. It's a little like, oh, I don't know like how this is going to go, but by the end of the month, they've kind of helped you transform from being this person who's very super strict and rigid with their routine to being somebody who's like, you know what, no, it's time for me to like stop and relax and like take some time for myself, even if that's like going and getting my nails done for like 2 hours every couple of weeks, or going to a class, or just going out into nature, right, and enjoying things. You're having this kind of adventurous energy come into your life in the month of December, okay? So pile number 1, I might call you pile number 4 because we have the 4s over there, and I've already done that a couple of times when I was like trying to get the messages for your group. I kept going, what, pile number 4, right? Okay, so I'm gonna choose this card, the one that was on top, okay? So here's another message from your spirit guides. Morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. Like you guys are having this kind of like freshness come into your life, and I think it's because of this 6 of Cups person that will be coming into your life at this time. They're kind of allowing you to be a little bit more free, a little bit more what's the right word? have just like a fresher perspective on situations. Like something really kind of stressful might happen at work for you in this month, because let me tell you, everybody in December, I swear, we're all stressed out all the time, right? And you're going to have like this outlook, right? That is going to be completely different to how it would have been if this person hadn't come into your life. Or like something with the Six of Cups, it's like something else is going to be giving you kind of this like newer, fresher perspective on life and how to like kind of go about life. And so that makes you start to stop and smell the roses. It makes you stop to like think about how much you actually have been working, because you are a very hard worker, pile number 1. Okay, we're going to get one more message for you from the Rose Oracle. Plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. Yeah, so I think that going outside is going to be important for you in the month of December, especially if you guys live in an area of the world where it's not snowing, like where I'm from. Okay, like we already have a whole bunch of snow here, and I'm like, it's not even December yet. Okay, but you guys get out to nature, go for walks, go for hikes, maybe do some yoga if that's something that like you feel called to do. Okay, but you're really going to be, again, not being in this kind of like strict mode that you have been in for a while. You're going to be kind of more open to just allowing life to play out and like sticking to your routine that you have. Okay, I'm not saying that you guys are going to go from like working all the time to not working at all. No, you just are going to have a different outlook on the way that you approach life in different situations, especially when it comes to like your stress load during this time. Okay, and grounding yourself is going to be very, very important. Okay, with the Eight of Pentacles, that's like the earth energy as well. Okay, so being very grounded in like your work and making sure that you're grounding yourself before you go into work, that's going to help you not only think a lot differently and like again approach situations if somebody comes into your work and is being a total butthole to you guys. Okay, you guys are gonna be able to handle it a lot differently. Instead of allowing your emotions to get the best of you, you're gonna be looking at it from a different perspective, or even being like, you know what, this person's really stressed out right now. Like the fact that they just blew up on me because I didn't get their coffee to them in 30 seconds, right? I know that it's really hard, especially if you work in like the service industry, like restaurant industry, or like doing any like orders, or if you're a small business like me, like other people don't seem to understand the amount of work and time that goes into these things, okay, and how stressful it can be because there's so much volume, right? And you being able to like ground yourself, and again, this makes so much sense why I said breath work before we even flipped over any of the cards, okay? Taking a nice deep breath and like focusing on your breath at that time will help you. Like literally, I used to work at this like pizza place in my university, and there was a couple really stressful times where I literally just went to the back sink and I stood there for maybe 15 seconds and I just breathed in and breathed out all of my stress, and I was able to go back to work, and it made me feel a lot better. Okay, and with the Hierophant, again, it's like don't stress over the small things, okay? There's going to be some things, especially during like a very fast-paced energy kind of month like December, where there's things that you're going to have to let go, okay? There's really small things you're going to have to let go. And also, there's somebody out there who needs to hear this. Do not put so much pressure on yourself, especially if you're a small business and you're like taking orders for things. Do not put so much pressure on yourself that you have to have like 15,000 orders completed for Christmas or for a holiday, because you're going to put too much stress on your plate. Okay, so be very mindful of what you can and cannot handle during this season, okay? We're going to use the Sacred Forest Oracle deck right here just to get a couple more messages for my pile number 1s. We have Secret Spring Success number 34, okay? So yeah, success is going to be coming into your life, and I feel like it's all thanks to this new outlook, this new freshness on life that you're going to be coming into. with this new person or this new situation, and it's going to allow you to look at things a lot differently than you were before. Okay, we also have fire spirit energy. Okay, number 17. Okay, so maybe the 17th of the month could be important to you guys. And also just like that fire energy. So like, again, what I was talking about before, like this is going to be a very fast-paced month. And if you aren't grounding yourself because you have so much energy going on, you could explode, right? Like there could be situations where you explode by accident, which, I mean, obviously we've all gone through a situation like that where we kind of explode on somebody, or we explode very emotionally because of something that probably shouldn't have made us like react that way, but it's because we have so much stress, so much stuff going on in our life. So again, like Spirit's really coming here to tell you, with especially with the Hierophant and the Four of Wands, like take your time, stop and smell the roses, do not overwork yourself, and also like follow the routine that works best for you, but also be okay with adapting it when stress comes or when situations change, okay? And don't stress over all of the small things, okay? Because with the fire spirit, like you guys, guys, you guys have so much energy inside of you that you could literally get all of this done, and it's not going to feel very stressful to you because you're able to transmute that kind of stressed energy into a productive energy and still be able to enjoy your life in the month of December. Because honestly, no matter what your religion is, no matter what your beliefs are, December is a month for us to all come together and just love on each other and like give gracefully and give with our open heart and our open minds, right? To our families, to our friends, and to even people who you don't even know, right? Like if you guys see somebody like stressing out because they don't have like $1 for a coffee, and you can go and get $1 coffee for them, do that. Like it means so much to other people when you pay it forward, okay? And like this is the kind of energy that you're bringing in. You're noticing how far you've come and where you've come from, and you're allowing that energy, that fire kind of energy. Maybe you're a fire sign like me, and you know, I'm making this reading during Sagittarius season right now, so maybe you're a Sagittarius, okay? But just being able to transmute that energy into anything you want is going to be very successful for you, especially with that new kind of outlook on life, okay? And we're going to get one more card from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck. And then we also have Toadstool's Growth, number 44. Okay, wow. I love that we have the number 44 showing up for you guys too. 444, number 44. Master numbers, okay? So you guys are going to be coming into a more stable time in your life in the month of December, or at the end of the month of December, you're kind of coming into that stability, okay? Especially since we have success showing up here too, okay? So this, again, this cycle that you've been in for a while of like maybe feeling like stressed out by things and like having to make sure that things are done a certain time and like having a very like structured, rigid schedule is gonna kind of evolve into now, because you have that schedule down pat, it's kind of like a habit and it's nature to you. But now you're kind of adding in like, oh, well, you know what? Do I really need to do this at this time? Or maybe I should go and try something new. Maybe I should go and expand my horizons, okay? Because that's going to lead to more growth. And we have a lot of red in these readings too, and green. And to me, like that's like the polarity of like power versus nature, okay? And like money and success. Like it's kind of like the polarity there. And I feel like you guys are coming into that time in your life in the month of December, okay? We're going to get a couple more cards with the Moonology Oracle deck, and then I'm going to get a few tarot cards for you, okay? So this one wants to come out. Take time to breathe out. Wow, I literally can't make this up. I've been talking about you guys doing breath work for this entire reading, and then we have this card show up, that it's time for you guys to breathe out. Take time to breathe out. Take time to focus on your breath, okay? Because the breath is like the wind in our being. Like, you know how like our flesh is like the earth, our breath is like the wind, okay? And we can learn so much from the wind, and it can also ground us, or it can also bring us up to the atmosphere, up to space, right? So if you are kind of out of alignment with your breath, you're going to be like way up here, very anxious, very stressed out, right? And it's important for you guys, for you to be able to achieve this kind of like where you're able to get all of the things that you want done, but also experience it in such a non-stressful way. That is going to be important for you guys. Taking your time to do breath work and breathe out. Okay? So let's get one more card for my pile number 1. We have a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Okay, yeah. So again, that just 100% goes with everything what we've been talking about. You guys are going to be coming into this time of success in December, and I really strongly believe for a lot of you, like I know when we think about success, our idea is like around finances and business and career, and 100% that could be coming into your life, no doubt, okay, especially because we have 4s and it talks about stability. But I also think that what is going to be the most successful thing that you achieve this month is by really going from this place of feeling anxious or overwhelmed or stressed out about work and about whatever, like it could be about school, whatever thing that you've been working on that's bringing you like a lot of stress into your life. I really think that you guys are going to be successfully transmuting that energy so that you guys can be successful in your business or in your career or in school or whatever. Like it could be with family, like relationships with family, and that you've been trying to work hard on them. But you guys are going to be kind of making this very successful mindset shift. And that's kind of what I feel like is going to be happening for you guys. That you guys are coming into a more stable mindset that works best for your daily routine and works best for your mental health, okay? So we're going to get a couple more messages with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck. Okay, we have the Chariot. Yeah, you guys are going to get there. You guys are meant to get there. You guys are on the pathway. Just stick to the pathway, as like scary and hard as it can be, especially if you guys are so used to this kind of like rigid set ways. Just follow your intuition. Follow those cues that you guys have been receiving for a while. Okay, and then we have the 2 of Swords showing up here. And again, that just goes with like not knowing if the decision that you're making is correct. And again, following your intuition, trusting your intuition. Okay, because we have the 4 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles showing up here, saying like, and literally this saying, spring of success. You guys are coming into this new fresh time. The universe is here. Your spirit guides are here with you. God, whatever you want to call it, is here telling you it's okay. Choose the decision that you think is going to be best for you, okay, in your heart of hearts. It's really easy to tell, you know, when you have like that gut reaction to something where you're like, oh, that's amazing, this is what I need to do, or oh my God, no, I can't do that. Whichever kind of reaction you get, follow that reaction, okay? And then we're going to get one final card. We have, oh my gosh, the 9 of Pentacles. This is literally the wish fulfillment card. Okay, so whatever it is that you're trying to bring into your life, this energy you're trying to bring in, if it's a business, if it's, you know, moving, maybe like that's been stressful for you, whatever kind of wish that you have, please follow this innate intuition that everybody has in this pile, okay? Because you're coming into this time where you're going to be so successful. And the 9 of Pentacles literally talks about, remember how we had the 8 of Pentacles about like being a hard worker, and kind of in the original picture it's like him kind of like working really hard and like things are growing around him. this is you harvesting everything that you've worked hard for. And that's exactly what the Eight of Pentacles talks about too, is being like, the universe is here saying good things are coming to you. You just need to wait because you have worked so hard to achieve these things, okay? So pile number 1, December 2022 looks like an amazing month for all of you. I'm so excited that you guys are here with me today for this reading. If you enjoyed it, then let's put a little mushroom emoji in the comments down below so that I know and you know, or everybody else knows, that you made it to the end of your reading, okay? And if you guys enjoy the way that I read, then make sure to subscribe because I post new videos every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll have all of the links for the tarot boxes I used today in the description box down below. And I'll see all of you lovelies in my next one. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. This is your reading if you chose the number 222, okay? And we're going to be getting into everything that is coming up for you in the month of December 2022. Can you guys believe that we're literally almost into the month, or into the year of 2023? Like, I feel like January was just a month ago. It's crazy. Time this year for me anyways has gone by so super quickly. Okay, we are going to be getting right into your tarot cards, okay? And I am using the Cat Tarot deck. So if you see any of the decks that I'm using today and you're interested, go and check them out in the description box down below. Okay, so we have the Tower in reverse, the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Magician. Okay, so you have a major arcana card to start your reading and a major arcana card to end your reading, okay? And I just want to say, I know that the Tower can be scary, and so can the 10 of Wands if you're familiar with tarot, but I really feel like there's going to be this big transition, probably around the, I would say the 5th to the 10th of December. There's going to be this big transition for you because I feel like the Tower is the energy that you're bringing into the month of December, but I don't think that the Tower moment necessarily happens in December for many of you. I think that it actually probably happened in October or November of this year, and you guys have finally just kind of fallen from the Tower, right? If we look at the Tower card here, see how the cats are jumping off of the Tower, right? So you're kind of finally finding your footing in December is the kind of energy that I'm getting from you guys with the 10 of Wands here. Okay, the 10 of Wands talks about kind of feeling burdensome, like you've got so many things around you. There's, see, like with this cat, like they don't, even though they have a lot of toys and balls around them, right, they don't look like they're having a really good time. They kind of look a little concerned, right? So I feel like you guys are kind of having this energy towards the beginning of December because of what happened with the Tower. Like you're kind of just recovering from the Tower moment towards the beginning of December. And that's why I say around the 5th, because we have the 10 and the 5 of Wands, right? So in between the 5 and the 10th of December, I feel like you guys are kind of coming into this time of now looking at your toys and looking at the situations with a little bit of a lighter lens, a little bit more of a grateful lens for some of you, but for most of you, maybe like this kind of like curiosity and playfulness that is going to be kind of coming into your life. Maybe you become friends with somebody, or like a friend kind of sees that you're down on your luck, and they kind of, or like a family member kind of comes in and tries to like help get you kind of out of this funk, right? Or maybe you're going on a trip around that time, or just something is going to be happening where you make like this kind of transition from being the 10 of Wands to being the 5 of Wands, right? Going from this place of feeling like you're a burden, you're a loser, you're alone, kind of like this negative kind of harsh feeling that you probably have around yourself, to somebody else possibly coming into your life, or just like wanting to make sure that you're okay, and you start to have this more playful way about you. You start looking at all of your wands, all of your toys in a different way, like these cats are. They're having a good time playing with them together. Even though they're attached to strings, right? in the moment, it's not mattering because it's okay, because it's just helping you get to a different mindset. So even if that meant that you needed to get rid of some things so that you could have some things that bring you some joy, that's kind of the energy I'm getting for you guys, that you're going through this kind of transitional period towards the from the first to the middle of the month, I would say, okay? And then we have the Queen of Cups and the Magician showing up here for the end of your reading with the tarot cards. And like by the end of December, like probably New Year's Eve, you're going to be like, yeah, that's right. I can do literally anything I want. I am playful. I am smart. I am loving. I am just everything that is my personality is truly authentically showing up. And I think that it has to do with this person or this situation that's kind of coming in and changing your outlook on life. Because then we have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is somebody who is in control of her emotion, is able to help other people with their emotions, right? And this could indicate what happened over here with the Tower moment, where like you thought something was going to happen a certain way and it literally went like a complete opposite direction that you thought that it was going in, and you kind of maybe feel ashamed with yourself. And don't worry, pile number 2, you're coming into this place of feeling very in touch with your emotions, very in touch with your feminine side, no matter what gender you are. You're just kind of, see, look how peaceful she looks, right? You're able to sleep at night without being like constantly awakened by all of these like burdens and things or intrusive thoughts that you might be having, okay? Because by the end of the year, literally by the end of the year, you're coming out and you're starting 2023 in such a positive way with the Magician showing up here, because you're able to see from this situation that not only can you transmute your thoughts into more positive behavior or positive thoughts, but how that can be everything in your life. If you want a new job or you want a new career or you want to travel the world, by having a more positive outlook, a positive mindset on that, it's going to help you switch from being this 10 of Wands to being the Queen of Cups, okay? So pile number 2, we're going to get you a couple more cards. I'm going to be using the Roseology Oracle deck right here. No, Roseology. The Rose Oracle. I keep saying Roseology. If you know who Roseology is on YouTube, make sure to go check her out because she's awesome. This is not a collab, but I just said her name like 4 times, so I thought I would mention it again. Okay, can we get a couple more cards for pile number 2? And what is going to be coming up in December for pile number 2? What do they have to look forward to? I feel like this one. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, so if you were called at all to pile number 1, then maybe go check pile number 1 out too, because they had this exact card come out and I shuffled the deck. So clarity, morning dew, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Yeah, again, guys, starting with that positive outlook, starting with a fresh perspective on life, fresh perspective on, again, it's like having this like new Queen of Cups energy come into your life towards the end of the month. Because of this situation with the 5 of Wands, you're able to get through any kind of conflict, any kind of thing with this playfulness, with this new clarity, this positive outlook. Okay, no matter how many burdens have been put on your back, how many towers have fallen that you've had to jump from, you are going to be fine, and you're going to have this positive outlook, or you should have this positive outlook during the month of December, okay? It's going to be really important for your growth, okay? And then we also have the reunion coming in here, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. Yeah, literally what I was talking about. Somebody new is going to be coming into your life, or maybe you guys are going to be offered like a position at the end of the month or in the middle of the month, or they need help because somebody else has kind of left your job. Like if you're working for other people and somebody has just like quit suddenly and you're kind of thrust into this whole new situation, right? Because you have a fresh outlook, or you will start to have a fresh outlook, right? You're able to think about whatever problem they need solving in such an amazing way, that they're going to want to be like bring you on as a partner, bring you on as like that new position that person just like quit from, right? You guys are going to be making friends or making like having a partnership. And I don't think that it's romantic, honestly. I really don't get any kind of like romantic vibes from this situation. Okay, but I feel like this person that will be coming in, or this job, or this opportunity that's going to be coming into your life, when it comes in, it's going to feel like this kind of soul connection. Like you've done this before, or like you just feel very like drawn to this for whatever reason, because you feel like you really can like do the job properly, or go after this goal or achieve this thing so properly and so in such a carefree and playful and just like beautiful, positive kind of way. There's like really no stress around it. And because of this situation, it makes you realize, right? Especially with 222 showing up, like 22 is a master number. And the fact that you guys have probably been seeing 222 or 22s a lot, and the fact that it's the year of 2022, like I really feel like this is the ending of like your year. Or maybe towards the beginning of this year, you guys have been kind of feeling like, you know, something bad happened, and then you guys are kind of working through these emotions. You're having this opportunity come into your life that is allowing you to change your mindset, not just on like how you tackle things and go after your dreams, but how you actually think about dreams and manifestation and all of the like laws of attraction and all of that stuff. It's going to make you think about things differently because of this kind of opportunity that's coming into your life, okay? So we're going to get a few more cards with the Sacred Forest Oracle deck right here. Okay, can we get a couple more cards for pile number 2? What is coming up for them in December? Okay, I had 2 cards that wanted to fly out. So we have Wizard of the Woods Focus, okay, number 5, or number 50, so number 5 again. So that is going to be a very important number for you guys as well, as number 5. Okay, in some way you could be seeing 5s, or the 5th of the month could be important. And then we also have Dragon Power number 11. Wow. Okay, again, 11 is a master number, so you guys are probably seeing 11s and 22s, or 2s and 1s. Okay, so these... being able to focus on the things that you want to achieve, I guess, like with the Magician card, the Magician is like somebody who's like, yeah, I want this. They know that they have this power inside of them, right? They know that they have the abundance of the universe. They know that they have the power of the universe. They know that they can achieve all of these things, but it takes focus. You can't just say you want it and then not go after it, right? If there's things that you want to pursue in this next month, then make sure to go after them, because by the end of the month, you're going to see that the change from the beginning of the month to the end of the month is so vast and so big that you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I literally can manifest anything that I want in this time, okay? The other card that we have is Meandering Pathway Flow number 24, okay? Whew. You guys have lots of just messages from the universe basically just being like, hey, it's time for you to get in flow, it's time for you to just follow our lead, kind of follow the opportunities that come into your life. Like if there's like something that maybe you've heard over and over again that you're like, oh, I don't know why I keep hearing this thing, or why people keep bringing this topic or this thing up a lot, maybe that means that you should maybe go and do some research about it. Maybe if it's like a yoga class, then go and take some yoga. If it's, you know, going to Paris for like 2 months and you're like, why would I do that? But it keeps coming up and it keeps coming up and it keeps coming up. Maybe you should seriously look at it, because there's going to be things that aren't even on your radar right now that eventually will come into your life. Like this is all like, again, having this fresh and positive outlook, being able to follow your intuition, being able to follow the signs from the universe, okay? Pile number 1 was more about following their intuition, whereas pile number 2, you guys are like in this month, in December and probably for January to February, just because we have the twos here, I really think that this is a month of you focusing on your intuition, but also focusing on all of the signs and synchronicities that you're going to be seeing from the universe. So you guys will probably see numbers, right? We'll probably see 1111. We'll probably see 222s, 22s, 5s a lot, because you're kind of maybe in this transitional time. If you start seeing 5s, that's because you're in a transitional time. Okay, that's just a message that Spirit wanted me to tell you guys. You guys are in a transitional time, okay? But by the end of December and the beginning of January, again, you guys are coming into this magician, okay? Be bold and make the first move, okay? Yeah, when we put energy into something, the universe tends to see that and put energy back into it, right? It kind of, again, being bold and showing your power and focusing on the things that you want, that is just like the biggest thing that you guys need to take away from this reading so far, is that the more power, the more focus, the more that you're in this flow state of whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, the sooner you'll be able to get there. But you guys can't wait for it. I feel like with the 10 of Wands right here, they're kind of just like waiting around for it. Whereas with the Queen of Cups and the Magician and even the 5 of Wands showing up, it's like you guys are putting in some energy, you're focusing, you're having these dreams, you're having these thoughts, you're getting into flow, you're not in the state of resistance, right? And that's kind of where I feel like you maybe have been either in November or earlier in the year. Maybe you were in a state of resistance and not kind of going with something that maybe you've wanted to do for a long time, right? With the reunion, maybe you felt like you couldn't do a certain job or a certain thing because it's not a traditional job or it's not a traditional way of life, and you're kind of coming back around, like 360 back around to this thing again, and the universe is presenting it to you being like, hey, here's an opportunity, you should really follow it, no matter how big or how small it is, right? Could be a partnership or a brand deal if you're like your own boss. It could be moving up a level in a career, or maybe you have like this really stable career and then you get a random email from somebody who's like, hey, we're willing to pay you and bring you on our team, but we need somebody to be like a consultant or whatever the position is for you, right? And you're like, oh my God, that's something I've always wanted to do. So then just go with it. Just follow it, okay? So the final Moonology card we have is believe in the impossible. Yeah, believe in your dreams, believe in your goals. That's going to be so important for you guys to remember. Believe in the power that we all have. Believe in that and put focus down, right? Focus is the thing that you should be worrying about right now. Focusing on your goals, focusing on the things that you want to achieve. And again, December is going to have so much of this, like this abundant energy around you, so much of this energy that's like, okay, we're putting in this like really great energy for you guys, like luck is on your side type of situation, but we're only going to help you, and like you're only going to be able to achieve the things you want if you're able to be bold and make the first move and not be in this 10 of Wands situation, okay? So I do believe strongly that there's going to be an opportunity or a few opportunities coming to you in December that are really, you guys, if you want to follow them, you totally can, but you have to put your focus into it. And if you don't follow those opportunities, then, you know, they'll come back around to you, but it might be in a while, right? So it's important that you try and follow these opportunities, go in the flow of life, and focus your energy into the things that you, again, want to achieve, and believe in the impossible, because guess what? Everything is impossible. The fact that each one of us is born is a, like, total miracle, because it's like 1 in like a billionth of being born, okay? Oh my God, we have the 5 of Wands showing up again. Okay, that is so funny. Okay, I just had to take a second to like look at that and be like, is that the 5 of Wands? It is, okay? The 5 of Wands is showing up here again for you guys, okay? And it's saying, again, You can get through any kind of conflict, any kind of struggle, any kind of thing. You can get rid of all of these like burdens that you've been feeling, but you have to be able to put in the time and the energy and the focus into it. See how they look in conflict, but they're not really in conflict. They're just kind of standing there with their wands, right? They're kind of being like playful, like play fighting. That's kind of the same energy with the Five of Wands here with the cats. They're being playful. They're play fighting with the little mice. Okay, it's your turn to be playful. It's your turn to follow these like opportunities that are going to be coming in. And again, probably on the 5th of December will be an important day for you somehow, okay? And then we have the 3 of Wands showing up here. So you guys are going on kind of like a new journey, a new opportunity. Again, following this new pathway, this new opportunity is going to be an amazing start for you guys. Okay, whenever I get the 3 of Wands, I always think about the Magician just because they look very similar. Like they both have big red cloaks. And so again, having that power and recognizing your own personal power in this month is going to be very important for you because you guys are going on this new journey towards the end of the year and you're going into 2023 with this new like fresh eyes. Even though you can't see really what's out there, you don't really know where you're going to start. It's very vast. You just know that you're going to get there and that you believe in your own power and you believe in your own boldness. Right? Because you have this new fresh outlook on yourself and life. That is going to be super important to you guys, okay? And then we also have the final card being, oh, I had that upside down. The 10 of Pentacles, okay? So coming into a lot of abundance, okay? Physically, like with money, with, again, opportunities, jobs, career. See how we have these people who are very happy over here? I think that when you follow this kind of this thing that it is that you want to do, okay, or this opportunity, you decide to follow this opportunity, it's going to bring you this ultimate abundance. And I really feel like spirits are calling out the couple people who don't maybe believe in this, that maybe are still kind of in this tower, in this 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Wands situation. You literally go from the tower, the 10 of Wands, to the 5 of Wands, to the 3 of Wands, to the 10 of Pentacles, right? You kind of follow this. If you were to follow your intuition, follow the flow of the state, right? You are going to go to this Magician. You are going to become this 10 of Pentacles, be able to manifest everything you want, especially because you have so much power. There's a reason why you guys chose 222, and there's a reason why we had 1111 show up. They're both master numbers. So in this month, it's going to be a huge mindset shift for you that is setting you up for this new journey you're going on in 2023, okay? And I really feel like in 2023, 2024, you're going to achieve this 10 of Pentacles, okay? But first, you have to believe in the impossible and make the move. You have to be bold and make that move for yourself, okay? So pile number 2, if you enjoyed this reading, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and let's put a let's put a crescent moon emoji in the comments down below so I know and everybody else knows you guys made it to the end of your reading. And also, if you enjoyed the way that I read, then make sure to subscribe because I post new videos every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I'm so excited for December, or excited for you guys for the month of December 2023. Okay, you guys have so much amazing, bold, exciting energy and powerful energy coming into December, but it's basically you can either follow this power and go into the direction that you want to go into, or you stay in the area that you're in right now, okay? It's all up to you. You have to be bold and make the first move, okay? So pile number 2, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. This is your reading if you chose the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? This is going to be your tarot reading about what is coming up for you in the month of December 2022. Can we just take a second and just like like look like we are at the end of 2023 or 2022. Okay, I can't believe that this year has gone by because it went by so quickly for me, at least. Okay, so let's just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, okay, just to ground ourselves before our reading. Awesome. Okay, so we first have the Nine of Wands, then we have the Hangman, Temperance, and the World. You guys have so much like powerful energy that is coming to you guys in the month of December, okay? You are ending off your year. You're ending off 2022 with a bang, okay? Like, first off, the biggest message I'm getting from everything is patience. Okay, especially with the Hangman and Temperance. You guys have to have so much patience in this next month. Okay, whether it's like patience with people, patience in career, patience with things coming to you. Maybe you guys have been like trying really hard, like with the Nine of Wands, maybe you've been trying really hard to achieve something, and no matter what you do, it just like everything seems to get unraveled. Or it doesn't work out the way that you want it to. Maybe that is like an energy you guys are used to, or that's something that's going to happen towards the beginning of December 2022. But most of the month is going to be in the Hanged Man and the Temperance position, okay? I want you guys to know that with a Hangman, okay, whatever situation you are in, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but for, I would say 95% of you, you can get yourself out of this situation relatively easily because you were able to get yourself into the situation. Do you know what I mean? It's all about having patience and changing your perspective, having a kind of perspective shift on how it is that you want to go about getting out of this situation or having the best possible outcome from this situation, okay? You guys climbed yourself up this tree like this cat is. You can climb yourself back down the tree. It just might be scary, and you're gonna have to go about it differently because climbing up and climbing down are two separate things, right? And then with the Temperance, and that's gonna require a lot of patience on your part, right? And then with Temperance talks about balance. It talks about again, patience, being patient for the right thing to come in, okay? But with the little rays here, that just makes me always think, and the water, it always just makes me think of like angels. It makes me think about spirit guides and like your crown chakra, right? So getting in touch with like more of a spiritual side during the month of December, regardless of what your religion is, okay, being able to talk to your angels, to your spirit guide, to God, to the goddess, to Gaia, to the universe, to literally whatever you want to call that divine, angelic, like source kind of energy, right? The energy that you can kind of pray to and have this like spiritual connection with. That's what you need to be focusing on, is having this mindset shift and like really believing that you will be divinely guided by the universe or by your angels, or that things will come in when they're meant to, right? I feel like you guys are kind of like trying to get this fish, right? But it's just not working out for you because the fish kind of like swims out of the way. It's like same with like you trying to climb the tree to get the bird. Bird flies away just out of reach. You can still see it, but you're like, why can I not get it? Why do all of my little yarn balls keep unraveling on me? Why isn't anything working out? It's about having patience this month, okay? Because by the end of the month, we have the World showing up here, and I love that we've got like this little red ribbon. That just makes me, and with like the green garland and everything, that just makes me think about the holidays, the holiday time, no matter what kind of a holiday celebration you guys have. During that time, towards the end of the year, towards the end of December, you guys are going to be gifted and blessed, right? That's why we have these angelic rays showing up. You're going to be gifted and blessed by the universe. You guys probably will, if you have not already seen 1234. 1, 2, 3, 4. You probably see that in a lot of places in this next little bit. And you guys also might see 1111 a lot, okay? Just so you know, like that's the spirits are with you. They're just kind of guiding you and letting you know that you guys are on the right path, okay? But patience, my friends, is going to be the biggest thing for you this year. We also are going to get some messages with the Rose Oracle deck, and I will leave all of the decks that I'm using in today's reading in the description box down below, so if you guys want to check any of them out, they'll be down there for you guys, okay? So can we get a card for pile number 3 of how their December 2022 is going to be playing out for them? What kind of energies will be around? And any guidances and messages for them. They're going to be quiet today, but this card's calling to me. We have the Rose Thread, okay? Rose Thread, focus. Inner call, soul-led, the mystic, living courageously. Yeah, okay, that's another really great thing that I was actually going to bring up, and then I got caught off guard with the world. With the Hangman, right? It's going to take a lot of courage, and so is the world. It's going to take a lot of courage for you guys to be able to kind of... courage is another big word. Patience and courage, okay? And with the mystic, right? That's what I was talking about here. Finding a spiritual routine that works for you so that you guys, because I know I've been in the situation where you're trying to achieve something and it just keeps like slipping through your fingers, right? And you're like, why is the universe teasing me? Why is God teasing me? Why isn't this thing coming in? Okay, there's lessons to be learned in this, okay? And the lesson for you to learn is absolute patience and believing that these things will come in when they're meant to, okay? You are being called to this. Whatever this thing is that you're trying to achieve this month, this patience that you're going to need is going to be very helpful for you later on in your journey, okay? And December is the month of you learning patience and courage, really having courage and believing in the sights and the things that you can't see, right? Not being able to use your actual sight, but being able to use your mind's eye to achieve these things, okay? And then we also have the Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, and support. Okay, yeah, see how she's pregnant here? You're going to be birthing something new into your life. But also, guys, just remember you have a lot of support from friends, from family, from the universe, from your guides. Okay, and getting in touch with your more, I normally say your more feminine side, but for you guys, it might be getting in touch with your masculine energy, right? And just being able to go after something and achieve it instead of like having this kind of like cat and mouse, no pun intended, this cat and mouse type of situation where you're continuing to go after something and then it just like slips out of your fingers. You're going to be calling in that support, and I think you should call in on your divine masculine as well to help kind of balance out this very feminine fluidity that you guys have about you at this time, okay? And just know that you guys have so much support around you. We're going to get a couple more cards with the Sacred Forest Oracle deck right here for my pile number 3. What else do we have to be looking forward to in the month of December for pile number 3? Okay, can we get some... Oh. We have the Mystic Meadow. Okay, Mystic might be an important word for you. Sanctuary number 26. Okay, so being able to find a sanctuary in your mind and a sanctuary in your life. Whether that is like an actual animal sanctuary and going to an animal sanctuary. Or like I was saying, like getting into kind of like this... See, even they're praying. Like, there's a lot of, like, very mystical, magical, spiritual type of energy that's around my pile number 3, okay? And again, it doesn't matter if you're Christian. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim. It doesn't matter if you're Buddhist. It doesn't matter if you're pagan, right? Or you're atheist, maybe, okay? But getting into a practice that really fits and kind of helps calm and like ground yourself and bring yourself into this place of being able to look at things with more of a your intuition, but also more with your mind's eye. Okay, being able to follow that intuition. That's going to be very important for you guys in this patient kind of time. And what was I just talking about? Reflecting pool, stillness. Number 33. So you guys may be seeing threes a lot too. Pile number 3. Okay, got stillness. Reflecting pool. That's so cool. Yeah, being able to reflect back on things in this year or during this month, from this year or from beyond, will be very important for you guys, especially like with the Hangman, finding that stillness to really like look at where you can change your perspective on things or try something new, right? And being able to call in that support of like the Brothers of the Rose to find this stillness within you and that sanctuary, right? Sanctuary, stillness, like these are all very peaceful words that are coming up for you guys. So maybe you guys have, again, you have this kind of like hustle mentality about you. So this month is going to be very important for you guys to just be relaxing, still, really like at peace with yourself, finding like a mental clarity, a new fresh start for yourself, right? And by the end of the month, because you've kind of done a lot of this work, the world is going to be coming in for you by the end of the month in the beginning of 2023. Okay, and then we also have Pine Spirit Purification number 30. Okay, so again, 3s are going to be important for you. But with the Pine Spirit, right, Purification, that's a really good card to be getting for you guys, because I feel like we, especially when we have like the 9 of Wands showing up, it talks a lot about anxiety. Like it's a very anxious card for me, and like that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from your entire group, is maybe a lot of you have anxiety or are very anxious around this certain situation, because maybe there's a deadline that you're trying to like hit, right? And it's just not like working out for you the way that you think that it should. And with purification coming in, it just shows me that you guys really need to cleanse yourself and your mind's eye and your third eye, right? From this like anxiety, this anxious ridden kind of energy that's around you. And on the 30th of December, in between the 26th and the 30th, I strongly feel like for a lot of you, that's going to be a very pivotal time in going from this temperance to going to the world, right? You're coming into this place of like, oh, things are actually starting to happen for me. Or you've changed your mindset into being like, oh my gosh, I actually am the creator of my own universe, and I'm able to see like where I can go down this tree, how I can balance myself out more, how I can go after the goals that I have for myself. This is going to be a month where you're going from this anxiety place to this place of having like a fresh new perspective on life. And it all starts with having patience, right? And having the courage to go after everything that it is that you want to achieve, and going into those darker and deeper places, right? Being still when you're very anxious, or maybe taking action when or not taking action when you should be still. Okay, so we're gonna get some more cards with the Moonology Oracle deck here for my pile number 3. So can we get a couple more messages? This is like 8 messages. I'm gonna take this one though. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. I feel like that is like a message that a lot of you needed to hear right there. Your hard work is paying off. Okay, and going into Capricorn season, right? Capricorn season, I think, is at the end of December and January as well. Okay, so going into Capricorn season is going to be very important for you. Your hard work will be paying off. All of this hard work you guys have been doing, all of this patience that you will be having, it will be paying off for you, okay? And also, you're coming into a time of action, new moon in Aries, okay? So some of you could be Capricorn, some of you could be Aries, okay? But just because I'm saying to have patience doesn't mean that you can't work on things. That's actually the opposite, Okay, I feel like I need to clarify this for some of you, especially with this time to take action card coming out. When I'm talking about patience and having patience for things, I'm talking about like being patient for the results or for the culmination of these things to actually happen, right? You need to be constantly working on your goals, constantly going after things. And by having a different perspective and trying new things that maybe you wouldn't have, it's going to open doorways, right? By having this hard work, because you guys are going to be very hardworking, and you are. But especially during December, I really see like you guys are trying to achieve this thing by the end of the year. Okay, your hard work is paying off, but it's important for you guys to be taking action and constantly working and constantly striving and constantly trying to achieve this thing. But in your mindset, being able to be patient, being able to recognize when you need time to be still, being able to recognize when you need support, being able to recognize when you need to take time to be in like a relaxing and kind of like sanctuary place, right? It's about that balance again with the temperance coming in. It's about balance. It's about having a new perspective, and it's about patience and recognizing that sometimes hard works and the things that you're trying to achieve take a lot of hard work, but they also take an incredible amount of patience, because even though you may have a product or you may have an idea that you think is the most genius thing on this planet since sliced bread, right? It may take a little bit of time for you guys to really like cultivate it, or like for you to start to see the results from it. And just because we have the world showing up here doesn't mean that everything is going to come right at the end of the month. It just means that the beginning of that goodness, of all of that hard work, of all of that patience, it's going to start paying off by the end of the month in the beginning of January 2023, okay? So we're going to get a couple more cards for my pile number 3. I'm having like really bad burps right now, okay? So maybe some of you guys need to work on some communication, okay? We're going to get a couple more tarot cards just to see what else, or if there's any advice that spirits in the universe can give my pile number 3 for the rest of December 2022. Okay, I don't know why, but saying 2022 is a lot. Oh my god. There's no way. There's no way. Do you see what card this is right here? The World. Okay, so you guys literally have the World coming out twice for you from 2 separate decks. That's insane. Okay, so everything that, like, they're just, like, really wanting to make it clear to you guys that, oh my god, I didn't even notice this. So we had the Page of Cups on top, okay? So I will tell you guys about the Page of Cups in a second, okay? But look at the other card, because you saw there was 3 cards that came out. We have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands, okay? So you had you have 2 9 of Wands, and you have 2 World cards coming out here. So those are really important things for you guys to learn, is like patience is key if you're trying to achieve this World card. If you're trying to go after everything that it is that you want to achieve, you can't just go after something with like this kind of like fire energy, right? The Wands talks about fire. You can't go after everything with like this fiery energy and thinking that you can just like take it by force, because most of the times that's not the way that things happen. That's not the way that the world plays out, right? And with the Page of Cups showing up here, it's like showing you like the energy that you do need. This patience, being able to use your emotions, being able to take 1 cup at a time instead of going after 9 things at a time, go after 1 thing at a time. And with the Page of Cups, it's like looking at, again, reflecting back at all of the stillness. I can't believe like the parallels we're seeing in this reading right now. Oh my god. It's like looking at the emotions and all of the things that you have inside of you, and how you can reflect back on the things that have worked and the things that haven't worked. And 33 talks about creativity. It's like one of those numbers that's about like being super creative. So being creative, maybe bringing some of that creativity, right, into your world, into this thing that you're trying to achieve. Pile number 3 is going to be very important for you in the month of December, and looking at things again with a different lens, with a lens of gratitude, with a lens of grace, with a lens of I'm going to achieve this, it's just a matter of time sort of thing, instead of why haven't I achieved this yet? Does that make sense? Okay. So you guys, pile number 3, you guys are literally going to be achieving the world. Okay. By the end of December, beginning of January, you guys are coming into a time of, completion, right? The world talks about completion. So maybe you kind of started this journey at the beginning of the year and you guys are ending it now. And maybe that's why there's all this like very, impatient energy that's about you, but having this patience in December is going to be critical for your growth. Okay, pile number 3. So if you guys enjoyed this reading, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you enjoyed it, let's put a little let's do a lion emoji in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows that you guys made it to the end of your reading. If you enjoyed the way that I read, then make sure to subscribe, because I post new videos every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm just so excited that you guys are here for this reading, and I'm just really looking forward for your December for you guys, pile number 3, and I'll see you guys in my next reading. Love you. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. This is your reading if you chose the number 888. Okay, and we're going to be getting right into everything that is going to be coming up for you in the month of December 2022, and by golly gee, I can already see that there is a lot of maybe self-doubt, a lot of past like history that has been going on that's really causing you to not achieve this Ace of Wands over here. So how I'm looking at this reading for December is that you guys are the 5 of Swords here, okay? And you guys are kind of focused maybe too much on the past or past individuals or past situations that have really influenced you in your life. Like this could be like family issues, family trauma, really traumatic situations, maybe like toxic friend situations in the past. And maybe that's been causing you to be, it's caused you to do some healing. I can't say that you haven't. Okay, but I also feel like in December, because when I think about December, I think about all of the holidays, and I think about all of like those feel-good movies that are very mushy, that maybe like kind of a little like triggering to some people, or could just like be bringing about a time where you just feel like poo, basically, because maybe you don't have good friendships, you don't have good relationships with certain people in your life that you wish that you did, that you once did. Okay, and I can see that with the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords all being in reversed, right? The Queen and the King of Swords talk about people that are, you know, self-loathing, don't have very positive mental states. They are very highly critical of themselves and other people. They use their words to wound themselves and to wound others, okay? Because it comes from a place of being sad and alone and scared, right? And the Knight of Cups also basically says that, like, you are kind of numbing this situation with food, right? Like, this just makes me think of Kentucky Fried Chicken for whatever reason, that pot that the cat's in, okay? Kind of like numbing some of these feelings in maybe not the healthiest of ways, whether that's like, you know, not working out, maybe doing drugs, maybe drinking a little too much, and no judgment here, guys, okay? I have no judgment on you guys, and I'm just sending you guys so much love, but maybe you guys are self-medicating with certain things, and you have been for a long time, or you just have had these very intrusive thoughts for a really long time that are just like keeping you stuck in this place where you've turned your back on these people, but you haven't really done a lot of walking away from them because they still hold a place in your mind mentally every single day. And you know what? I 100% relate to this because there was people when I went to university who I thought were very, very close and important to me who, it just turned out that it just wasn't a good situation all around for me or for them. It was just a toxic situation. And for probably a good year and a half, 2 years, I had a lot of trouble walking away from the situation because I had walked away from them. I hadn't spoken to them in so long, but I still had thoughts about them almost every single day because they were such a huge part of my life for 4 or 5 years. So it was hard for me to walk away from this situation and to really start to heal from it. And the way that I did that was just slowly taking one step forward each day. Okay? It doesn't have to be these monumental leaps. And in December, I really feel like you guys are starting to take those steps away from them. And I feel like that's why we have these three showing up, these cards showing up here, just so that I could get a better understanding of what this Five of Wands or this Five of Swords meant for you, right? It's all about your mental clarity, your mental state, okay, and your emotions. And you're going from this place of being able to turn your back on them to being able to understand why you're walking away from them in the first place, and also start new habits. And the further and further you walk away from them, the easier and easier it's going to get. And every single day it's going to be a little bit easier, right? So my advice to you guys is just to take a single step every single day away from them. Doesn't have to be leaps, doesn't have to be miles, doesn't have to be bounds, but just taking a small step every day to help you heal yourself, okay? And then we have the lovely Ace of Wands coming in. And the Ace of Wands is one of the cards that is talks about being able to have your own magic, being able to make your own joy, being able to be this colorful and shining, bright, authentic version of you, finding that happiness. And I feel like for some of you, maybe you haven't been able to find this happiness in a really long time, and you guys are coming into a place at the end of the month or even halfway through the month, this is kind of where you guys are working towards, is this Ace of Wands. Being able to go after everything you want, being able to see the power that you hold in your creativity. So again, and this kind of also makes me think of the number 8, this abundant kind of energy. So you guys will probably see 8s a lot. And when you do, just know that's the universe saying abundance is coming in for you, love is coming in for you, this uniqueness of your life is going to be changing for you, okay, in this next little phase. And I also think that you guys will probably see 5s as well, because 5s are all about transitions. And when we're in transitional states, we tend to see 555 on the clock, or we'll see 55s, okay? And transitions aren't bad things or amazing things, right? They can have some growing pains with them, especially when we're dealing with something that was toxic or had been in our life for a long time. That's kind of the energy that you guys are coming into in the month of December, is going from this place of feeling like you're alone to realizing that being alone means that you can go after every single thing that you want without fear of judgment. Okay, pile number 4. So we're going to get a couple more cards for you. We are using the Rose Oracle deck, okay? And I'm just going to get a couple more cards to see what is going on in the month of December for you guys. So we have, let's see if this will focus. Release the petals, transformation, death, rebirth, shedding, all change. Literally, what was I just talking about? You guys are going through a death cycle, okay? And I really feel like you guys are going to go through your death cycle before the end of the year is fully out. Okay, so I think by the mid, the 15th, 20th to the end of December, you guys are going to be kind of starting to shed some of these old patterns, some of these old behaviors, realize why you're walking away from this situation. Okay, and when it has to do with family, I know family can be a very sore subject for a lot of people. Not necessarily saying you need to walk away from your family, but being able to put those boundaries up is going to be very important for your healing as well, okay? And then we also have the Rose Without Thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of life. You guys just got called out. You just got towed, Okay, pile number 4, you guys got told. I love that we have the Rose Without Thorns and the Ace of Wands showing up here the same time in the same position towards the end of December. And it's just reiterating this whole idea that you guys don't need to be going through your life feeling held back by these old opportunities, these old people, and these situations that just have not been good for your growth. Because even though maybe you might be alone in this next phase of your life and like kind of going through things in more of a loner type of way, it's going to bring you so much joy because it allows you to express yourself fully. It allows you guys to have the space to be able to explore all of the things that you want to do in this next year in 2023. Okay, so December is going to be an amazing time for you guys in this transitional phase of transitioning between having all of these old ideas and old mentalities to this place of abundance and freedom with the 8s showing up. Okay, so we're going to get a couple messages with the Sacred Forest Oracle deck right here for you, pile number 4. Okay, we have Meandering Pathway, Flow, number 24 showing up here. Okay, yeah, so getting into the flow state. I really think that December is going to be a time, especially when you start to get over these old thoughts and these old people and start like healing. You're going to be going down this pathway, right, with the meandering pathway, following all of the opportunities that do come into your life and taking advantage of all of the moments and all of the opportunities that maybe you wouldn't have taken advantage of before because you had all of these limiting beliefs or had all of these old beliefs and ideas that were kind of put on you from other people, right? And now you're kind of expressing yourself in a new and free way. So you're going to follow down this flow, and that's going to be important for you guys, following the Ace of Wands and the Rose Without Thorns. Okay, we also have, I love this, we have the Unicorn Purity, number 45. Okay, purify. Look how unique the unicorn is, and that's kind of like how I feel about you guys. You guys have gone through situations and relationships that have not been the healthiest for you, and maybe has allowed you to think that you aren't that special, right? And that's really, like, that's sad to me to think about, because I've been in that place before too, and finding this healing and this purity and this uniqueness that you have. Like, the unicorn is like, it's such a unique character and creature that you guys have all of this beautiful purifying kind of energy. And again, with that joy, right? Joy to me is like one of the purest emotions that you can actually have in this lifetime. And the fact that we have the unicorn showing up here, it just shows like by the end of December, you guys are stepping into this more authentic, joyful place, because like this card was saying, you have a right to your joy, okay? You have a right to be happy. You have a right to be joyous, okay? And what better month, right, with December coming up, what better month to step into your joy than December, the month with all of these amazing, incredible holidays, okay? So we're going to get one more card. I'm doing a bottom of the deck pull. We have Moonlight Enchantment Magic, number 25, okay? So we have lots of magic about you guys, again, with the unicorn. Like, the unicorns always just make me think about magical creatures. And you guys with the Ace of Wands. When I talk about the Ace of Wands, I also always think about the Magician, because to me the Ace of Wands is being able to harness all of that power, all of that energy, and basically use it as a magic wand, right? The Ace of Wands. So you're able to kind of, by the end of the month, start to recognize your power, recognize where your magic comes from in this new and improved state of mind that you guys are coming into, and without having to hold on to all of these like old and negative people or patterns or opportunities or, you know, mindsets that you guys have been having for the last little bit. You're making room for this joy. You're making room for this magic. You're making room for this more authentic version of you to actually grow and flourish, right? So I feel really excited for you guys, pile number 4. I keep wanting to call you pile number 3. I'm not sure why. If you guys were drawn to pile number 3, then maybe go and check that out, okay? So we're going to get a couple messages with the Moonology deck right here. Some final messages for pile number 4 for what December is bringing to them. Oh my gosh, we've got luck on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. And as I am recording this, it is Sagittarius season. So maybe Sagittarius like season, the beginnings of December will be important to you guys, or maybe you guys are Sagittarius, okay? So that I feel like is pretty easy to say. Luck is on your side during this time. That's why we have all of this incredible energy coming towards the end of the year. And then, yes, of course, I always get this card when there's a super positive card. Nothing will come of the situation. So this card talks about these old mindsets that you have. Okay, like we were talking about at the very beginning of your reading, that these situations, these people, I really think that it's friends. These friends that you may have had for a long time, maybe they've made you believe that you will no longer have friends, or that it has kind of caused you to have this barrier up from being open to creating new friends or having this new joy come into your life. And I just want you to know, the person who's out there who is like listening to this being like, yeah, none of this good stuff's going to come into my life. Again, it's all about zooming out and having a different perspective on things, right? You guys are going through this transformation, this death cycle, right? You're shedding all of these old things. It's not going to be easy, 100%. It's going to be a little bit hard. It's going to be mentally and emotionally taxing, depending on what the situation up here was for you, to change all of these mindsets. But we have luck is on your side coming in, because it's important for you to know that you guys have the magic. You guys have all of the things that you need inside of you to be able to change the outcome of the end of December, to be able to change your situation from feeling alone, feeling in this like kind of negative situation, right? Going through this death cycle, being able to shed all of these old things that have been holding you back and no longer serving you, to yourself into this new person, so that 2023 you're going in as like one of the strongest and best versions of yourself you probably have ever experienced, okay? Pile number 4. So we're going to get a couple more cards with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck. And like I said, if you see any decks that you like that I'm using today, make sure to check them out in the description box down below. Okay, so pile number 4. Can we get some final messages about their year? What is coming in? Oh, we've got the Ace of Pentacles coming in. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is coming in from pile number 4. And to me, that, again, that's just like you being handed like a present, a gift. I think that during the holiday season, maybe somebody is going to come in and like, if it's like a new business that you want to start, then maybe somebody's going to come in and help you. But I really feel like you're going to receive a lot of help from other people who are like-minded individuals when you start to kind of express this authentic joy that you have inside of you, okay? We also have the King of Cups showing up. So coming into your full King of Cups, being able to really like harness and balance your emotions, and being able to be the master of your emotions. Okay, especially because if you went through this situation here where it was toxic, it could make you have like a skewed sense of self and skewed sense of emotions, or like what is okay and what is not okay. And by the end of this season, the end of December, you're going to realize like what it is that is right for you and what it is that is not good for you, and how to kind of navigate certain emotions. And maybe some of you feel guilty about having certain emotions towards people, like especially if it is family members, right? It's okay to have it's okay to feel a certain way, but it's also very beneficial for you guys to be able to harness those emotions, and no matter what kind of feelings you have towards somebody, being able to express them in such a healthy and productive way that isn't going to the same like level that those other people maybe we're dealing with you. You know what I mean? Like, not stooping down to other people's level. It's going to be very important for you. And it's going to be something that you've learned because you've had other people do that to you in the past, okay? And we're going to get one final card for pile number 4 for what is coming up for them in December 2022. Oh, nice. We have the collaboration card. We have the 3 of Pentacles. So see how you're up here, you're kind of like teaching down to people. So I think that maybe you guys in the future are going to be utilizing this kind of like death transformation energy that you're going through in this next month to in the future, probably in 2023, 2024. I think 2024 because we have the 24 right here, right? Meandering pathway, following the flow. By the end of that, maybe you guys are coming into a position of power where you're able to help teach people. You're able to help maybe heal people if that's something that has been very important to you. Or maybe through this time, you're going to realize like where it is that you want to be actually putting your energy instead of putting your energy into people that don't mean that much to you anymore, right? So pile number 4, I feel really amazing for your reading. You guys have a lot of like death energy coming to your life in December, which makes sense. Like the death energy for December is collective because we're going from one year to the next. So it's the end of something and the beginning of something new. But you guys are going to be really utilizing this death transformation energy of December and January to really like strongly break through any of these things that have been having a hold on you for however long it is, okay? So pile number 4, if you enjoyed this reading, make sure to give it a nice big thumbs up. And if you enjoyed it, then let's put a unicorn emoji down in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows that you made it to the end of your reading. And if you enjoy the way that I read, make sure to subscribe because I post new videos every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm just so excited for you guys and excited to see what 2023 has to hold for you guys, okay? Love you. See you in my next reading. Bye.